So I've got a surprise revelation for you today, and that is, as an advisor, asking your clients for referrals isn't the best way to get more referrals. Yes, I know it's shocking because everywhere I've ever been, listening to speakers, reading books, etc., universally one of the first things that people say about getting more referrals is ask your clients to refer. Ask them for a referral. In fact, create incentives for them to refer. Now, this has been a subject that I've been obsessed with for the last 24 years now. What is it that drives client referrals? And I'm going to say to you that I've come up with more than a 400-point checklist which is accurately predicting whether an advisor will get referrals. And not only that, how to double, triple, quadruple, etc. But I'm just going to go into one of these things today. And that is, in investigating this, what I've looked at is the advisors, out of nearly 1,000 people that I've interviewed on this, what is it that leads to referrals? And asking the question and looking at their organic referral rate. So organic referral rate works like this. I've got two different measures, but this is the first one. For every 100 clients you have, how many client referrals would you get a year? And I'm not talking about from your centers of influence or whatever. Let's say this, hands down, universally, the best source of clients isn't from a center of influence, it's from an existing client. And I've asked that question again of more than 1,000, thousands, tens of thousands, because I ask it, I've asked it in keynotes and workshops and all kinds of things. And so the thing about this is that everyone universally has said, client referrals are the best, hands down. Guess what? The advisors that I've found who get the most referrals, so putting them in the very top couple of percent, out of the about 50 of those that we've got to, only 2 of them actually ask for referrals. So what is it then? Well, I do think that there is a key thing here which can help. And this is part of as I've broken down the analysis of this, I call it relationship status. And so the version of your relationship status with your client obviously affects the rate at which they refer. And you've got to think of this in human terms, like it's got to be a two-way relationship. And most advisor-client relationships in a lot of different key areas are one way. So, for example, vulnerability. Most advisors don't show vulnerability to a client, except they expect a client to show vulnerability to them. So what happens is you have an unbalanced relationship. And now this isn't about quantum of time or anything. It's just about making them feel comfortable because you're on an equal footing with them. And where this is important as it relates to asking for referrals, what we found is this. If you ask your clients to help you, you're actually balancing out the relationship. Because if you're good at what you do, then most of the value is flowing to your clients. Sure, you might be charging them handsomely for the work that you're doing. By the way, most advisors aren't. They're undercharging their clients, and that creates a whole other range of issues. But let's say you are charging them handsomely for what you're doing. They are still getting the lion's share of the benefit out of the relationship, as it should be. And they're unburdening a lot of their stuff onto you, but it's not going the other way around. So it's not a balanced relationship. So doing simple things like asking your clients to help you out is actually one of the triggers that will lead to you getting more referrals. But it's actually been proven through the statistics that we've uncovered and in my personal experience that you're better off not asking your client to refer, but instead asking them to do you a favor, whatever that favor may be. Asking them to help you out in another way that's not tied to the business. It's more personal, it's more interconnected, they'll remember you more, they're more comfortable with you, and therefore they're going to refer more to you as well. Anyway, I wanted to share that with you today. Love to hear your thoughts as well.